Hello everybody, my name is Veladam01 and welcome back to the next episode of City Skylines East of the Curtain, the former Eastern Bloc city building series. And in this episode I am going to build a big ass university for the city. So let's do it. So, the university will be placed in the downtown, and you will see that I'm also making a campus district for it, because I'm going to use the campus DLC assets. I'm going to build here, I'm going to use the university campus area here, and not the trade school or not the art school buildings, but these, and I'm calling them university campus assets because the game itself just calls them university campus buildings. And by the way, I'm recording this episode for the second time because I recorded it, but I built it and I recorded it, but I wasn't so satisfied with the outcome, so I just decided that, you know what, I'm going to re-record it and I will try to do this for a second time. Maybe it will be better. So I placed down a lot of campus DLC assets around the campus area, like auditorium, library, study hall, and laboratory, and cafeteria. You know, there is a lot of building in the DLC pack. And I try to not repeat them so much, so I just placed down one instance of every building, but not the dormitories, because I placed down more dormitories than one. And actually these dormitories are also acting as residential buildings, because I have a mod from the workshop, which is kind of a new mod. I think it was published just 2 weeks before I recorded this episode. And this mod that I'm using is called Campus Industries Housing mod, and what it does, it just extends the features of the Industrial DLC's worker barracks and the Campus DLC's dormitories to have households in them, and this allows every student of that particular campus area or every worker of that particular campus area to actually move into the barracks and live there. But this mod only allows the actual workers or actual students of that industrial area or campus area to actually live there. So if somebody is not working or not studying in the area, they can't move in. And this mod is a pretty useful mod, especially when there is a big housing demand and everybody wants to just move into the city, because it can just load balance the housing estate. Like if somebody wants to move into the university, they can just actually rent a dormitory. But I think this mod didn't work as I was thinking it should work, because when I started the simulation after I finished building the campus area, the housing demand just skyrocketed and the university capacity was not used fully. Like it had just 3k student capacity, but only there was, I think, 150 students learning in the university. So I don't know what happened. Maybe they just went working, because I have a lot of industrial area around the city. So maybe this is why no one just learning at the university. But anyway, I also decorated the campus area with a lot of campus parks and vegetation and other type of decorations. There was also some decoration after I finished recording the episode, because I just decided to stay and play a little bit more out of camera, off camera, and maybe I just went a little bit overkill off camera. I don't think it will be visible on the ending cinematics, but I will show you this in the next episode. But for now, I will just let you enjoy the detailing time-lapse of the university, and I'm going to be right back when I start to do the downtown expansion, because I had to do a downtown expansion for residential areas. because there was a really huge demand for it. So enjoy the time lapse and I will be right back. Okay, I am back, and as you can see, I started the downtown expansion by building a new high school for the city. Yes, I know that there is already a high school in the city, but it has more problems. Like, it is way out of the city, it's in the outskirts on that island that I built, I think 2 episodes ago. And it has also capacity issues, so I just decided that I will build a second high school in the city, but this time I will build this into a more frequent area, which is easier to access, and also it has a lot more capacity than the other one. So I hope that high school capacity issues will be solved for a time in this city. Okay, for the actual residential expansion in the downtown, I used an asset pack which I am subscribed for a long time, but I haven't used before in the city, and this asset pack is the Columna building pack by Kofka Murka from the workshop, and if I am correct, they are coming from Russia, and I will use in this series, I will use the residential versions of them. There are commercial versions of them which I am not subscribed to, because I don't want to make huge commercial areas with these old style buildings. So these buildings are actually coming from Russia, if I remember correctly, but they fit so well into this Central or Eastern European city theme that I just decided to use them anyway. Originally my intention was to create more like a rundown area at this part of the downtown, but you will see that it turned out to be like not so rundown, which I was like, okay, who cares? because people don't like so much the random areas. So I will decided that okay, it's not like I originally intended it, but I will accept it. So you can see that I just mixed a lot of buildings together, including the columnar buildings which I am talking about, and fine builds, Central European building, and also a lot of these German and other style assets from the workshop to create another part of the downtown. And also you can notice that this part will be more like a grid-like area with these 90 degrees corners and these square lot sizes, square lot shapes. And if you think that this is unrealistic for Central and Eastern European downtowns, I'm just going to tell you that once I was looking at Prague, some areas of Prague on satellite view on Google Maps, and what I saw that it was kind of similar to this area that I'm building right now here, so I think it could be realistic also. But yes, I know that these areas like this are kind of rare in this area, in the Central and Eastern European area. Okay, I just copied and pasted a lot of buildings all around the place to speed up the procession, and you will see that it turned out pretty nice. Now, here is the detailing attempts of this area. You can see that I tried to use some new decoration techniques in this area, like I copied and pasted a playground behind the buildings into these backyards. I also used some hedge networks to mark out the property limits of this area, like this. And I also planted a lot of trees, a lot of new types of trees all around the place, like in the picture shown. And for some reason, you see that I used Move It to copy and paste these trees. And for some reason, Move It mode has a new bug after the new update, which just makes everything rotated after I copy and paste them. For example, if I copy something and I paste them, the clipboard will be rotated 90 degrees away after I pasted them into the position. And it is kinda annoying. So please fix it. If the Move It mod creator sees this video, please fix it or just look into it. Here in this area, I just prepared this area to be a big public transport station here. And on the other side of the road, you will see that I will build a big modular commercial area, commercial building using these Ruhr modular assets from the workshop. It was made by Fine Build, and this building that is built from these modules could be also a shopping center or just an office complex, or the game doesn't support mixed use, but let's assume that it is a office building and commercial area at the same time, and it will be really nice next to this big intersection, especially when the big public transport station will be built in the future episodes. And by the way, this street behind this big shopping complex, it is intentional that it isn't connected to the main road, because I don't want to have a extra node or extra intersection right next to it. You will see it in the future why I didn't want it to connect it, but it will be useful if it remains unconnected to the main road, that road behind the shopping complex. And finally, here is the end of today's video. If you want to see previous screenshots about the city, yes, I know that there were no previous screenshots for this episode because I ran out of schedule. But if you want to see them, just follow me on Twitter. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next episode too, where I am going to build a massive suburban expansion because there is a huge housing demand. Anyway, I was Valadam01, thanks for watching, see you later, and goodbye.